The morning is quiet. Before you even open your eyes, your mind is already awake. Thoughts begin to move, slowly at first, then faster. You remember the things you did not do yesterday, the message you never sent, the room you meant to clean, the work you said you would start. And suddenly, a heavy feeling appears in your chest. It feels like a dark cloud sitting above your day. You have not even left your bed yet, but it already feels like the day is chasing you. There is pressure. Pressure to be busy, pressure to move fast, pressure to be perfect. But your body does not feel ready. Your mind feels tired before the day even begins. So you stay in bed a little longer. You reach for your phone, you scroll, you wait for a better feeling to arrive. But the feeling does not come, and slowly, a quiet voice appears in your head. Maybe you have heard this voice before. It says things like, "Why am I like this? Why can't I just start? Maybe I'm just lazy." But listen carefully. That voice is wrong. You are not lazy. You are a human being living in a busy and demanding world. And today we are going to talk about something important. We are going to talk about procrastination, why it happens, why it feels so heavy, and most importantly, how you can gently move past it, not by forcing yourself, not by punishing yourself, but by understanding your mind and learning how to begin again. Many people think procrastination is simply laziness, but that is rarely the truth. Procrastination is usually a form of protection. Your mind is trying to protect you from something that feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes it is pressure. Sometimes it is the feeling that the task in front of you is simply too big. Think about the last task you avoided. Maybe it was a project. Maybe it was studying. Maybe it was cleaning your room or answering an important message. Often the task feels simple when you explain it to someone else. But inside your mind, it feels different. Inside your mind, the task becomes a mountain. You begin thinking about every step at once. You imagine all the things that could go wrong. You imagine failing. You imagine people judging your work. And suddenly, the task feels much heavier than it really is. So your brain looks for something easier, something that gives a quick feeling of relief. Your phone, a video, social media, a snack, just a few minutes of distraction. And for a moment, it works. You feel lighter, but the relief does not last because the task is still there, waiting. And now something else has appeared. Guilt. Guilt is one of the most exhausting feelings in the world. You feel bad for not starting. You promise yourself you will begin soon. But the longer you wait, the heavier the task becomes. Soon, it no longer feels like a small hill. It feels like a giant mountain, and climbing it seems impossible. This is the quiet cycle of procrastination. Fear creates delay. Delay creates guilt. Guilt creates even more fear. And the cycle repeats again and again. Inside every person there are two voices. One voice thinks about the future. This voice makes plans. It wants you to grow. It wants you to learn. It tells you that you should start your work today, so tomorrow will be easier. But there is another voice. This voice lives only in the present moment. It wants comfort. It wants pleasure. It wants things that feel good right now. When these two voices work together, life feels balanced. But when they fight each other, procrastination appears. The voice that wants comfort becomes louder. It says things like, "Just 5 more minutes. You can start later. Tomorrow will be better." And tomorrow always feels far away. But here is something important to understand. Your brain is built to choose comfort. That is not a flaw. It is simply how human beings survive. For thousands of years, people needed to save energy whenever they could. Our brains learned to avoid difficult effort unless it was truly necessary. But the modern world is different. Today, success often requires focus and long effort. Studying, creating, building something meaningful. These things do not give instant rewards, so your brain naturally tries to delay them. Understanding this changes everything. Because now you realize something important. Procrastination is not proof that you are weak. It is proof that you are human. Now let's talk about something powerful. Acceptance. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It does not mean you stop trying. It simply means you stop fighting your own feelings. Imagine your thoughts like clouds in the sky. Some clouds are light and peaceful, others are dark and heavy, but the sky itself remains calm and wide. You are the sky. Your thoughts are just clouds passing through. Sometimes when people sit down to work, a wave of resistance appears. Fear, boredom, doubt. Most people respond by fighting these feelings. They tell themselves, "I should not feel this way. I must be more motivated." But the strange truth is that fighting a feeling often makes it stronger. The more you push against it, the more attention it receives. Acceptance works differently. Instead of fighting the feeling, you simply notice it. You say quietly to yourself, "I feel nervous right now. I feel bored. I feel resistance." And then you continue. You do not wait for the feeling to disappear. You simply allow it to exist while you move forward. This is a powerful shift, because suddenly you realize something surprising. You do not need to feel motivated to start. You only need to start. Tomorrow morning, try something different. When you wake up, do not rush immediately into your worries. Stay in bed for a moment. Take one slow breath. Notice the quiet of the morning. Notice the light in the room. Notice the feeling of the bed beneath you. For a moment, just exist. No pressure, no judgment, just breathing. Then, ask yourself a very simple question. Not, "How will I finish everything today?" Instead ask, "What is one small thing I can start?" Just one. Not the whole project. Not the entire list. Just the first step. If you need to write a report, open the document. If you need to clean your room, pick up one item. If you need to study, read one page. Small beginnings are powerful, because starting removes the fear that lives in your imagination. The moment you begin, the task becomes real. And most of the time, it is not nearly as scary as your mind predicted. Many people believe motivation comes first. They believe they must feel inspired before they can begin. But the truth is the opposite. Action comes first. Motivation follows action. When you take one small step, something changes in your brain. You feel a tiny sense of progress. This feeling creates energy, and that energy makes the next step easier. Soon, you may find yourself working longer than you planned. You enter a state where your attention becomes deep and focused. Time passes quickly. The work feels smooth and natural. Some people call this state flow. In this state, you are fully present. You are not worrying about the future. You are not thinking about the past. You are simply doing the work. And strangely, this focused effort often becomes enjoyable. This is the quiet reward of beginning. There is a deeper truth hiding behind all of this. Life is not meant to be spent avoiding effort. Meaning often grows from effort. When you give your full attention to something, studying, building, writing, cleaning, creating, you are shaping the world around you. You are also shaping yourself. Every small act of focus strengthens your mind. Every promise you keep to yourself builds trust within you. And slowly, your life begins to feel different. You stop feeling like a victim of your impulses. You begin to feel like the leader of your own time. Procrastination slowly loses its power because you are no longer waiting for the perfect moment. You are creating the moment. Before this video ends, take one slow breath. Let go of the guilt from yesterday. Forgive yourself for the things you did not finish. Holding anger towards yourself only makes starting harder. Every morning is a new beginning. You are not defined by what you avoided yesterday. You are defined by the choices you make today. Change does not happen all at once. It happens step by step. You do not need to climb the whole mountain today. You only need to take the first step. Then tomorrow, you will take another. You have more strength than you think. You have more ability than you realize. And somewhere inside you is a unique gift waiting to be used. Do not let fear keep that gift hidden. Look at your day, choose one small task, and simply begin. Because the magic is not in perfection, the magic is in starting. And today is a very good day to start.